Hi, it's time for an update on my living and loving life after 60. Today I'm going to talk a little bit more about my lumbar surgery, my lumbar fusion surgery and recovery. I am currently 6 weeks approaching 7 weeks post-op. Things have been going pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I am still working only half days, but that's okay. I feel like I am getting stronger, and I think maybe next week I'll be able to stretch that a little further. I have been feeling good, but I think I might have overdone it a little bit this weekend, and I just want to explain to you what I did this weekend. I live here in Orlando, Florida, and Orlando, Florida, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I think it's pretty much the theme park capital of the country. The world, I don't know. I'm probably wrong, don't quote me on that, but there are just theme parks and amusement parks everywhere here in Orlando, and lots of things to do. So if you live here, you've probably got annual passes to just about everything. So I'm used to doing a lot. You know, we get annual passes, and we always have lots of things to do on the weekends. So I've been getting kind of bored because for the last 6-7 weeks, I haven't been doing anything like that. I haven't been going to the parks. So this weekend we decided to give it a shot. Universal Studios this time of year has something that is called Mardi Gras. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they theme the park and their foods and their characters and their shows and such towards a New Orleans Mardi Gras theme. It's really colorful. It's really cool. They have food, New Orleans Cajun style food, and New Orleans Cajun style Mardi Gras drinks, a lot of beer, a lot of mixed drinks, and Zydeco music, a lot of fun in the streets of the park, and they have a parade, a Mardi Gras parade. The parade has huge floats. They throw beads, and there's great music, and it's just a lot of fun. So we decided, since there's only a couple of weeks left this year, and I haven't been able to go, that we would try it. Now, what we decided to do is, instead of spending a whole day at the park, we decided we would go about 3:30, late in the afternoon, have something to eat, and then watch the parade and then go home. Didn't really want to spend a whole afternoon because we knew that would be a lot if I were to spend the whole day there. Didn't do any rides. I probably won't be able to do any theme park rides, at least for this year. So we go to the park. One thing I didn't think about was the actual walking from the parking garage to the park itself. I was more focused on just the park, walking around the park. Well, that was kind of a mistake because the walk from the parking garage to the theme park itself is quite a bit of a walk. Then you add the little bit of walking, or the mediocre amount of walking that I did in the park itself. It turned out to be quite a bit. But we went in there. We had some great food. I had red beans and rice, had a couple of Abita beers. We just had some fun. We went in the gift shops, and we just kind of roamed around. The parade was at 7:45, so we kind of just took our time, enjoyed ourselves. Then, you know, of course, about an hour before the parade, you have to stake out your spot. We did that. And then the parade started. Now, a little bit of a backstory for you. I grew up in Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida has something called Gasparilla, which is a yearly pirate invasion party. It's a huge parade, similar to Mardi Gras. Hundreds of floats, bands, dignitaries, pirates, and beads, and it's crazy, and it really does draw a lot of people. So, like Mardi Gras, in Tampa, when you are at Gasparilla, you will do anything for those wonderful plastic beads. I mean, they're plastic beads, but people go crazy. Well, I'm used to fighting for them and jumping for them and all of that. So I was very excited to go to the Mardi Gras parade at Universal, except because of my back surgery and my recovery, couldn't do any of that. I couldn't jump for the beads. I couldn't fight for the beads. Basically, I had to just hope that somebody would just hit me dead on with the beads and I could catch them. But luckily, my family understood, and my daughter, my son-in-law, my granddaughter, my husband kind of gave me some of their beads, so that was kind of nice. But the parade was great. I really enjoyed it. After the parade, we decided to leave the park, and we walked through some of the gift shops at City Walk, which is right outside the parks. It's kind of between the park entrances and the parking lot. Went in a couple of gift shops there, and I still was feeling okay. It was starting to hurt a little bit, but I was powering through. But by the time we finished looking through those gift shops and it was time to go back to the car, my legs and my back were just in pain. They do have people walkers that help you get part of the way without having to do so much walking, but I was in a lot of pain. So my husband and I decided that throughout this year, because we are pass holders there and we go there quite a bit, we're just gonna budget valet parking into the money that we spend when we go into the park that day, and the valet parking will cut my walk time in half. So just a tip, if you have to valet park, it's really convenient. For pass holders, it's like $20, so just budget it in. But we had a great time, and I'm hoping that, I'll be able to get back into the swing of things of the theme parks here in Orlando. The water parks will be, water park season is coming up, summer is coming up, and I'm hoping I'll be able to go to the beach. I know some of the beaches that I go to, the sand is kind of packed down because some of the beaches you can drive on, some of the beaches you can't, and I don't know how I'm gonna do walking through that sand, but because I love the beach, it's worth a try. So we'll give it a try. The other thing I wanted to talk about here and 6-7 weeks post surgery is my incision area. It is healing really, really well. I mean, it's amazing how well it has healed. However, let's go back to right after the surgery. I decided that I didn't want to wear any waistbands. So I've been wearing dresses, sundresses, very light dresses that just kind of skim over, off my back. And I've been wearing pants with elastic waistband or drawstring because I just was really afraid to have that waistband up against my incisions. I don't know how you guys do it. If you have any tips and you want to let me know, put it in the comments. It might help somebody else going forward. But basically for the last 6 weeks, I've been living in very nice, comfortable dresses and elastic waistbands, which wasn't too bad. The first week after my surgery, I really didn't have a lot of an appetite, so, that was great. But then you start feeling better, your appetite comes back, things start going back to normal. Long story short, I opted to wear my jean shorts to Universal this past weekend. Yeah, 5-6 weeks with elastic waistbands, it's quite a bit of a shock when you go to put your jeans on. They were a little tight. And between being hot in the park and the denim waistband up against my incision, it kind of irritated them. So I'm back to the comfy clothes. However, I'm gonna have to behave myself and drop a few pounds. So warning, elastic waistband, comfortable, but potentially evil at the same time. Anyway, so that's it. I didn't take you guys along to Universal with me this past weekend because I was really focusing on being able to do this with my back. But I want to start taking you guys along when my family and I do things, because there's so much to do here. And this is becoming a great time of year, hitting the theme parks, the water parks, the beaches. And so I'm hoping I edit this out because, you know, I'm trying. I'm starting to feel more comfortable, but I still, you know, what can I say?